Hey everybody, this is Professor Diffley. This is History 114, History of Springfield. So this is an overview video, brief overview video for Module 2 on what we're going to be doing. Just going to walk you through it, tell you what, what is due, that sort of thing. I'll also post lecture videos that go with the lecture slides for this. So, all right, so this is obviously the course. You've seen all this, the announcements, course information, that's where the syllabus, course content, that is where we're at right now. That's where you'll find all the modules, and they'll be rolled out, progressively as we go through the semester. Over here, you have quick links to blog assignments, exams, the assignments, and this general discussion board, which is there if you just want to ask questions or communicate with each other in the class, that sort of thing. Things over here, obviously my grades, where you can go and check your grades, review feedback, things like that. So let's just get into this now, just walk you through the module real quick. So go to Module 2. So you'll see all the modules will be structured the same. You'll have the table of contents over here where you could, jump to specific items, or you could click through here and go through everything there. You'll see there's some PDFs, videos, things like that. Remember, there's no required textbook in this class, so I'm providing you with everything that you need in Blackboard through the lecture videos, required videos, and then PDFs. I mean, most of these are, it does look like a lot, I know, but most of them are about a page or two at most there. So it has all the information I need you to read there. And other stuff will be in the lecture slides, things like that. So this is the learning goals and objectives. I'll provide these for each module. These are really an overview of the big ideas that we're going to I'm trying to get across to you for the module. So it's always a good thing if you see something pop up in here, on the learning goals and objectives, a good chance that that's really important, that will be discussed later in the class. Especially on the module exams, which you'll have one for each module exam. So take a look at those. Then as you go through, here I give you all the due dates and things like that. So for Module 2, what we have is your required reading is the lecture slides with notes, the required PDFs. There's a couple of required videos. I think one's 3 minutes, one's 5 minutes. There's a couple of recorded required audio files that are down there as well. Those are pretty brief, and they really talk about, and I think I put them, they're here in the required. These are about overview of the era that we're talking about of Native Americans before first contact in this area, and then this is this story here. I discuss it later in the lecture slides, but it's one of the oldest oral traditions of the Pocumtuck Native group that settled in this area, and we'll talk about that. So, but it is spoken by a Native American, a person of Native American heritage through the Pioneer Valley Memorial Association Museum that's up in Deerfield. So make sure you take a look at all of that. Just going through the other things, I give you key terms for each one. It's a Word document for each module. This is now this is drilling down beyond the learning goals and objectives to really important things I want you to look at. As you could read here, it says, what I suggest doing with these. I suggest this help you take notes, focus your note taking. I've seen students do this a couple of ways. They either just, take there are 3 ways. Take the list, and then, if you prefer a notebook, write it out there, take the key terms and then fill in important stuff like who, what, when, where, why, and most importantly, why important, right? So you'll see I'll start using terms like historical significance at times, and that's really what it means. Why is this important? Just because something happened in the past, we want to know, how did it impact the future and even today? So you can do that one way, but I gave it as Word doc. You can download it, open it in Google Docs or whatever, or Word. Space out the terms and handwrite in, as you're listening, as you're reading, as you're going over the slides, that thing, write in your notes, right onto a document, so download it, print it out, handwrite it in there, or, again, download it, space it out, and type your notes in. It's a really good tool to really help you organize your notes. I suggest doing it, and take a look. If you have any questions about that, obviously let me know. And then for each module, I give you lecture slides with notes, and I'll be showing those in the lecture videos. But these are a key component of reading for the course, reading, viewing. If you want, you can download these. You can view them in PowerPoint, and they are also in You could also view them in Google Slides. Very important for each one, there are notes to them, and I have a thing here back in course contents, how to view slide notes in PowerPoint. So it's not just the information up in the slides, I also give you some additional information in the notes section below, and I'll show that in the when we get to the lecture videos, which I'll start over there. And then, yeah, really, then, like I said, you'll just have all these different folders to go through. And then down, one of the other things, sorry, I just switched back views here. And then you have different assignments. Right now, only the blog assignment is showing. And so let's take a look at that. There's also other assignments. I'll show you some blog assignments there. There's another mini assignment that is here. I'll show you in a second. So the Module 2 blog assignment. So again, everything is due. You get 2 weeks for all these modules because there's a good deal of information. Some of it is stuff you're going to have to own too, like that. But yeah, so you got till the 14th, February 14th, end of the day to complete this. And so again, the big things here: read and respond to the blog, obviously the blog prompt, but also, to respond to the blog of one classmate and, ask one question related to the prompt. Show that you read it. You're supposed to interact with each other. That's what I'd like you to do. And make sure to try to find someone who hasn't had their blog, respond to someone whose blog hasn't yet received a reply. The goal here is for you all to interact with each other throughout the semester. So hopefully, this will mean you'll interact with different people each week. So really try to do that. Write this as an essay, right? Intro, body, conclusion. The big thing, the 500-word requirement has to be at least 500 words for you to even get passing credit on this. And so that make sure you hit that. Again, structure it like an essay, complete sentences, that's the whole thing. So you hear the prompt, you could read it there. And really what it's asking about is, Native Americans were here for so long in the Connecticut Valley, there's very little evidence of them there, so answer the questions. But one of the things I want you to do is find at least 2 examples of Native American history in the local area. And I give you, street names, monuments, and similar. You can either do this going out if you know where they are. You want to take a picture and attach it of the monument. Now, obviously, there's a global pandemic going on, so you don't have to go out to do that right now, but you could also search it. But if there's a street in your neighborhood, things like that, obviously follow all the guidelines if you do go out, as everybody. But so look those up and then describe each and provide the exact location of each. And that's really important, to provide the exact location. One of the things I'm working with the college, some of the IT folks on, is as we go through this course and we find different bits of history, stuff that you're interested in, places, things like that, is creating sort of an interactive Google map. Well, we'll be able to plot this. I'll do it for now, or have someone else in IT plot them, so that as we have this class each year, we can start, or even just for our own, start to have really a map of all the different history that is around here. And so again, it doesn't just have to be Springfield. If you live in the surrounding area, that's good too. It really should be Springfield, West Springfield, Agawam, where else? Longmeadow, East Longmeadow, Handa, places like that. Because we're going to see as you get later on in this course, a lot of times when they're talking about things happening in Springfield, they were actually talking about West Springfield, or what is now East Longmeadow, different areas there. But it's in that area, right? If you live outside that area, just get in touch with me because, again, we can expand this beyond there. So, but yeah, take a look at that, and then you just let me know if you have any questions from there. I'm going down to the instructor view. The other thing is you'll have an assignment here. And these are links to those areas too, right? So you click them and it brings you over there. So you have one assignment as well. There's a very brief one. Assignment 1, areas of interest, Springfield history. This is really, I want to know what you are interested in. And that will really help me focus what we're going to talk about in the class, because I pick things that I want to talk about, I think are important, but there's stuff that you all are interested in. That's great. That's part of the whole reason for this, and I'll try to find more and on those topics. So this is also due by the end of the 14th. Again, this is an assignment. You attach it as a Word document or something like that, and you upload it here. But it's really simple, this one. List and describe 3 topics, areas of interest for you personally about Springfield and the surrounding area. What do you want to know about Springfield history? 3 things. It could be 3 events, 3 people, 3 different, anything. There's from car manufacturing, birth basketball. I'm just thinking big things off the top of my head. The construction of the interstate, anything, whatever you're interested in. Give me 3 different topics, areas of interest. Tell me why you're interested in them. And if you know something about them, say that too, because that's great. I mean, ideally this class should have been done in person. That was how it was structured. And in the past when we've had it, it was great having, I'm a transplant to this area, even though I'm a historian, I study it, but having people who have lived here for generations, there's so much, and people talking back and forth from family stories, things like that. I want to hear about that stuff. That's history too. That's part of our history. So if you have that, please, now's your chance to get that in there. And then there'll be a module exam. I haven't posted it yet. That's just a true, false, multiple choice. Maybe some very short answer things. Fill in the blank. But maybe a few sentences. But that's it. You get 2 attempts at those. Right, and so that you could better your score, that sort of thing. But if you have any questions, just see the syllabus on that stuff. But yeah, so that is an overview of this. Is sort of an overview of how all of the modules will work. That's why I took a little bit more time in this one. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, thank you.